the Board of Directors authorized the financial statements for issue on March 20, 2019. A fire occurred at one of Elaine's sites on January 15, 2020. The March 20 there class should be 2020. A fire occurred at one of Elaine's sites on January 15, 2020 with resulting damage amounting to 7 million. Only 4 million of which is covered by insurance. The repairs will take place and be paid for in April 2020. The 4 million claim for the insurance entity will, however, be received on February 14. What amount should be reported as profit before tax? So basically, there's a loss class from a fire. The question now is, should the income reported in 2019 be affected by the fire that happened on January 15? So, I would say obviously because I know that it should not, because the fire happened on January 15. Your balance sheet or your income statement is as of the end of 2019. So any loss suffered on January 15 should not be reflected in our 2019 income statement. So that's why the answer here would still be 9 million plus. But what would be the logic behind those who would think that the loss should be incorporated? They would think the fire happened at the time before you authorized the financial statements for issue. So you still have the time, you still have the opportunity to make the necessary changes. Okay, but again, it does not represent any condition that was already existing at the end of the reporting period. This may qualify as a non-adjusting event requiring disclosure class, but this should not result in any adjustments to the amounts reported in our financial statements. That's why the answer would still be 9 million. 5-3, what amount should be recognized as accrued liability on December 31, 2019? What happened here? During 2019, Marian Company was sued by a competitor for 5 million for infringement of a patent. Based on the advice of the legal counsel, the entity accrued the sum of 3 million as a provision. So meaning you have already recognized a liability of 3 million. Subsequently, on March 15, 2020, the Supreme Court decided in favor of the party alleging infringement of the patent and ordered the defendant to pay the aggrieved party a sum of 3,500,000. The financial statements were prepared by the entity's management on February 15 and approved by the Board of Directors on March 31. So the question now is, do we make any adjustments to the liability we have previously recorded at 3 million? And the answer is yes, class. Because the obligation was actually existing already at the time of the end of the reporting period. It's just that we are uncertain as to the amount. Okay. If we did not think we were liable, class, we would not have recognized any provision. The fact that we recognize the provision means that we are of the opinion that we have an obligation. It's just that we are unsure as to how much. The determination of the amount was only made known after the reporting period. The question now is the March 15 still considered within the time, class, for us to make any adjustment, any changes to the financial statements? The answer is yes, because in this problem, when are the financial statements considered authorized for issue? It would be on March 31. And since the decision was on March 15, then it happened before the cutoff, so it will still be considered as an adjusting event. So the answer here would be 3,500,000. What amount should be 5-4? What amount should be adjusted on December 31, 2019 in relation to this event? What happened here? Carla Company carried a provision of 2 million in the draft financial statements for the year in relation to an unresolved court case on January 31, 2020, when the financial statements for the year ended December 2019 had not yet been authorized for issue. The case was settled and the court decided the final total damages to be paid by the entity. What amount should be adjusted? Okay, since we have already finalized the amount, class, so there's a need to adjust the 2 million into 3 million. So you will need an adjustment of 1 million. Why will this be considered as an adjusting event? It pertains to a condition that was already existing as of December 31, 2019, and the finality of the amount was made before the financial statements were authorized for issue. So the answer there, will there be an adjustment? Yes. How much will be the adjustment? 1 million. 5-5, what total amount should be recognized in profit or loss for the year ended December 31, 2019 to reflect adjusting events after the reporting period? So what happened here is completing the draft. The financial statements are authorized for issue on March 31. Again, if it's beyond March 31, 2020, completely ignore. On January 31, 2020, a dividend of 2 million was declared and a contractual profit share payment of 200 was made, both based on the profit for the year ended December 31, 2019. And then on February 15, 2020, a customer went into liquidation, having owed the entity 900,000 for the past 5 months. No allowance had been made against this debt in the draft financial statements. On March 1, 2020, the manufacturing plant was destroyed by fire, resulting in financial loss of 2,500,000. Okay, and then so what do we do with the 2,500,000 class? Should we make an adjustment for the 2,500,000? No, because the fire happened on March 1, after the reporting period. Okay, as of the end of the reporting period, the manufacturing plant was still intact. Okay, so ignore the 2 million, no adjustments. Okay, but make disclosures, class. Next, on February 15, was the receivable already, class, existing as of the end of the reporting period? The answer is yes. But as to whether or not that receivable is indeed receivable, when did we know that? After na. The question now is, should we make an adjustment? Yes, because it pertains to a condition that is already existing and we knew of it before the financial statements were authorized for issue. Next, the 2 million, the dividend here, class, would be considered as a dividend income, but of course the payment will no longer be considered as an adjusting event. Okay, the payment will not be considered as an adjusting event. The 2 million will be considered adjusting event. It tells us how much we have earned. Okay, so we'll have a dividend income of 2 million and then budget's expense of 900. So the net effect here would be 1,100,000. Okay, very quickly, 5-6 class. At the end of the current reporting period, an entity carried a receivable from a major customer who declared bankruptcy after the end of the reporting period and before the issuance of financial statements. What should be reported at the current year end? Should we just make a disclosure, class? No. Should we ignore it, class? No. Should we reverse the sale? Definitely no. What should we do? Make a provision for the event after reporting period in the financial statements. Next, an entity decided to build and operate an amusement park next year. The entity applied for a letter of guarantee, which was issued before the issuance of the financial statements of the current year. What is the adjustment required at the current year end? It has nothing to do with our assets, liabilities, income, and expenses class. So, what should we do? Do nothing. Number 3, an entity built a new factory building during the current year. Subsequent to the current year end and before issuance of financial statements, the building was destroyed by fire and the claim against the insurance entity proved futile because the cause of the fire was negligence on the part of the caretaker of the building. What should be reported at the current year end? When did the fire happen, class? Subsequent to the current year end and before. Again, no right of the building because the building was still existing at the time. Make a provision, no, because no obligation, yes. So the answer there would be letter D, disclose the non-adjusting event in the notes to financial statements. An entity deals extensively with foreign currency transactions subsequent to the end of the reporting period and before the date of authorization of the issuance of the financial statements. There were abnormal fluctuations in foreign currency rates. What should be reported the current year, and this will just be disclosed. Letter C. Okay, disclose the post-reporting period event. Which statement is true in relation to events after reporting period? Notes to the financial statement should give details of material adjusting events included in those financial statements. B. Notes to the financial statement should give details of material non-adjusting events which could influence the economic decisions of users. Between A and B, which is true, class? B, because you need disclosure through the notes for your non-adjusting. For your adjusting, just make the adjustments.